That's good. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the History on the Rocks podcast Season 2. We have not been around for a few months, and we apologize about that. But you know what? Life gets busy. We went back to school. As you know, my usual co-host, my wife Audrey, both of us work at our local high school. So life got a little busy, plus our about to be 18-month-old little Kennedy is running around. Not much time to get down and get a podcast, recorded and edited and all that. But we've been doing very well, and we're excited to bring you a new season of History on the Rocks podcast. To start off this season, we are going to be looking into the assassination and presidency of John F. Kennedy. And I have broken this up into about 4 parts, taking a look at mainly his ideas abroad and at home here in the United States, and taking a fresh look as to what his assassination might have all been about, and in addition, the assassination of his brother just a couple years later, Robert Kennedy. So with Donald Trump announcing that he was going to release, more information that's been kept under censored material, classified documents on the Kennedys' assassinations and Martin Luther King, I thought it'd be interesting to go back and to kind of take a look at the whole thing through a new lens. That's what we're planning on doing over the next few episodes to start off this season 2. And we hope that you enjoy this limited series from History on the Rocks podcast. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, was assassinated on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, from a lone gunman's bullet. You've probably heard the story before. You probably know the name Lee Harvey Oswald. You've probably heard the many conspiracy theories that have surfaced over the years. But why was this assassination so significant? Was Kennedy hated? Were his policies bad? What makes someone snap to assassinate the leader of the free world? Is there truth to the conspiracies, or is there more to the story out there we have yet to uncover? This is a topic with many documentaries, books, and podcasts dedicated to it. In this series of episodes, we are going to dive into who JFK was, how the world viewed him, and how he viewed the world, why his assassination changed the world forever, and lastly, investigate the assassination ourselves to pose new questions as to who was really behind this history-changing murder. With President Trump's promise and executive order to release the remaining JFK, RFK, and MLK files, we hope to find out more information on what really happened that day in Dallas, Texas. But the problem is, even though the government documents are revealed to the public, many of them are still redacted. Names, dates, locations, vital information may not be readily available in these documents. As historians and researchers, we have to look at this event from multiple angles to ask the important questions. An important thing for this series is to keep an open mind. It's natural to take the easy way and not want to care about these types of topics. You might even be complacent and comfortable with believing Lee Harvey Oswald was the assassin and there's nothing more to it. You may trust the Warren report the government put together to investigate the assassination and lead the public to believe Oswald had his personal reasons for his actions. However, there is just so much to this story that seems to get overlooked and ignored. And I, personally, am not one for coincidences or having 100% faith that the government is telling us the truth. The term conspiracy theorist was a derogatory way of labeling someone who questioned the government after the release of the Warren Report, and is a buzzword people like to throw around today for people who ask questions about things that don't seem right. It's become culturally acceptable to call someone crazy or insane for coming up with such theories, researching and asking uncomfortable questions. My personal opinion is that is because people don't want their reality to be shattered by anything other than what they are comfortable with. However, this is an injustice to the people of the United States, whose government is there to protect them, not lie to them. Now, there is a difference between the extreme conspiracy theories and questioning events in which there are odd circumstances. We're not trying to prove that the world is run by extraterrestrials or that the earth is flat. We're simply looking at historical information and facts that don't add up. Finding the truth is important, and people should be more open to exploring historical realities and not just what the government tells you. On part 1 being released Friday, we're going to take a look at JFK's ideas, get inside the man's head as a politician and how he viewed the world, first as a United States Senator from Massachusetts, and then during his presidency up until his assassination. In later episodes, we'll take a look at his policies around the world and here at home in the United States. And then we'll have an episode taking a close look at the assassination, the things that just don't add up, and the coincidences along the way. We look forward to you joining us on History on the Rocks podcast this Friday, February 7th, for the first episode of our JFK Limited series. Until then, cheers.